no meaningful agricultural revolution can take place without massive input from petrochemical sector. There is no doubt about that. We have to take time to look at what we can get directly related to agriculture. And we have seen all that from petrochemical. Let's quickly have a rundown also from into textile. In textile, natural fiber, I can tell you virtually everything that you're wearing, including your glasses, are made. Your cap, your, you know, why did you remove this? Even your feet. All are from.
My mother is a petrochemical engineer too.
So, virtually all, monthly, you know, all of them, you know, are directly. So there is no way we can talk about every sector of the economy that we won't touch petrochemical. And I want to thank you, the organizer, especially this particular topic, because it's an eye-opener. There are so many things that we know, but we do not know that really the Nigeria as a nation is losing so much. Now, let's also check the linear alkali benzene and PRCPC and petrochemical product, even in dry cleaning business. So petrochemicals supply thousands of synthetic dyes, like the OFI, you have rightly said, the synthetic dye, you know, for shades of textile and, you know, processing textile materials. Now, let's go to automobile. 70% of polybutadiene is used in tire manufacturing. 25% of polypropylene. The vehicle upholstery, the leather seat, because I'm very sure when you want to buy your car, you need them so specific. You don't want fabric, you want the leather seats. You want a mahogany dashboard, you want, you know, and all the stuff. And they are all byproducts from petrochemical companies. All of them. The steering cover, the battery cases, all of them. So with the existence of viable petrochemical industry, most of these materials can be locally made, adding value to Nigerian economy. Let us check out building and construction. Even the plastic vinyl for the window finish are all from petrochemicals. The tiles on the floor, the ceiling tiles, the paints, the pipes, the bathroom fittings, the sinks are all petrochemical based. Also, no modern building can be completed without the use of petrochemical component, QED. No, the rug in the house, virtually everything, you know. Sorry? Okay. So, now we've gone to pharmaceutical now. In pharmaceutical, you have seen that virtually all the chemical compounds, disposable syringes, surgical stitching, disinfectants. That's why I thank the organizer of this, especially for this particular topic. My recommendation is this. Number one, there is a need for government to immediately address the uncertainty surrounding the passage of PIB. It's very key. if you want to invest in oil and gas, you would need to know the rules. And without the PIB being passed, you will know the rules. No sane investor will come to the country without this being passed into law. And I would suggest sincerely that the government should unbundle the PIB, look at it segment by segment, and look at and are made to meet the current reality that we have on the ground. And that's the only way we can reposition the petrochemical industry for profitability. There are investors who want to come into the country. The market is there. But as long as this is moribund, there is nobody who wants to put his money into what he is not certain, especially for this sector. Something needs to be done, and done very fast. That's number one. Number two, there is also an urgent need for the development of framework of private-public partnership to establish at least 2 modular refinery and petrochemical companies vertically integrated from the planning stage. That the vertical integration is not a topic for discussion today, because that is why the current refineries are moribund. If we go into this, it's going to be your time. Now, what government?
That was the time.
Now, is it? It's a question and answer. Yes. Well, it's a design problem from the onset. Those refineries were designed from the onset to fail. Now, what government is planning to do is to have 3 retail outlet petrol stations. 3 in each of the senatorial districts across the country, and I see that as a colossal waste. Why a retail outlet for a product that you are importing? Why not set up modular refinery on a public-private partner initiative? And then we have that in the 6 geopolitical zones, not on the senatorial basis now. In the 6 geopolitical zones, have 2 modular refineries and petrochemical companies, such that, like Innovacy, a petrochemical company in Switzerland, they just started in 1998. Today they are netting 54 billion, raking 54 billion annually, 17,000 employees. Now, if in a geopolitical zone we have 2 petrochemical companies employing 15,000, that's 30,000. You're taking 30,000 people off the streets, and majority are factory people who work shifts. You know, people will be busy. You won't see people who talk, who will go and disrupt election, like we see in Rivers and Bayelsa and in Niger Delta region. And it's not that Nigeria does not have this money. There are individuals that have this money. They want to invest. It will shock you, sir, to know that in Nigeria, hold Gatwick Airport in UK.
How many days?
Gatwick Airport in UK is owned by Nigeria. And so there are Nigerians who have money. They want to bring in and invest. But the PIB, first of all, so that you know what you're going into.
Somebody wants to face it.
No, don't. and when you have money, you have it there, but the terrain is not clear, the rules are not clear. Somebody tomorrow can take goalposts from the middle of the match. You started very well, the referee there, but then the goalpost is moved in the middle of the match. So the PIB has to first of all come in, we see the roadmap, and then of course then the private-public partnership, and then we can take so many jobless young men off. So I will recommend this, that modular refinery, even small modular refineries that can process 5,000 barrels, 8,000 barrels, 10,000 barrels. You know, like we have one in Ghana now. It's up now. It's owned by the former deputy finance minister for Ukraine. We give you 5,000 barrels every 2 weeks, and the young man is cool. So why can't we set up modular refineries that can process small quantities, and those regions will not have scarcity? There will be employment, and then it takes many people off the street. So instead of the retail outlets that they want to do, because they are starting at 2017, instead of that, in fact, there are so many retail outlets today that are not functional. So why the waste? There are so many mega stations that, you know, so, but if we have this and we make this to work with the proper roadmap, I think Nigeria will get out of this rules. My third recommendation. There is a need for restructuring, of course, of the existing refineries that we have. This time around, with private sector participation. With this, it is likely to increase the capacity utilization, and then once this is done, the cost structure in the petrochemical market will improve, because we have oil, and then of course, production of olefin and aromatics in Nigeria is, as a result, is a feedstock. Let's bet that Nigeria has an advanced product deficit. The cost of production of petrochemical in Nigeria is still very, very high. Very high. Very high. And finally, my recommendation is that there is a need for government to review its existing laws and policy on customs duty payable on the position of motor refinery components. Some refineries, some companies were licensed. Some 80 companies were licensed to start. Yes, sir. But why haven't they taken off? It's because of the existing policy. The duty payable is a killer. If government is sincere, I want to ask these people to come. There are so many things that you can do to attract and to encourage them to come, like duty waiver on. You can just say, okay, we'll give you 10 years duty waiver on every component parts for maintaining the refinery. We'll give you 10 years. Bring all those parts free in, and then come in free. We'll give you a moratorium. We ask bank, we'll provide a fund for you, like an intervention fund, placed in the bank for you that you can use and run. And then of course you pay back at probably a digit interest rate or something. So government, if government is sincere and they actually want to do this, there's a need for government to review the existing policy on the position of. We have a friend in Panama. The refinery there was completed in 13 months by a Chinese company. 13 months. And this is a big refinery. By the time they start production, they're already test running, and by the time they start production by the third quarter this month, they're going to be the biggest in the whole of Latin America. 13 months. And these are component parts that are brought into the country. They just tie them together, put the boat and the joint together, and then of course, 30 months from start to finish. And so it's possible. It gives me the sense that if we want to do small modular refinery of maybe between 3,000 to 5,000 barrels, it will be completed in 8 months maximum. And so this forum can create, can advise governments on those small modular refinery and petrochemical companies. That in 6-8 months, it then means that in the next 12 months from today, if it is pushed to government, lobby the government, lobby the parliament, and then And then this is done, and then, of course, it puts the country on a proper footing. And finally, there are so many decisions that government takes because they are inside. I was once inside. I left a few years ago, and I was in the pipeline product. I was in one of the subsidiaries. And there are so many policies that are made on the inside that you won't know better until you are outside. Now, there were 21 indigenous companies and 5 international companies that was OPEC listed, and Nigeria was using to sell the crude in the international market, and they sell at OSP, original selling price. And when the last government left and new government came in, they asked those people to go, and then they said, bid, submit, and all these companies and many more submitted a bid to be opened. And it was not all night, GDC and IBIS and all that. And it gives me the impression that the government already knew what they want to do, but they just said, okay, submit bid, so that it will look like they are going through due process. Because it was less than 24 hours when they came up and said, well, 54% of the companies who submitted bid are actually middlemen. That we want to remove all these companies, and NNPC from 31st March will be doing DSDP. DSDP means direct supply, direct purchase. Now NNPC will take their cargoes directly to the refineries, and then they will also bring in white products to the country. What that means is that they want to collapse traders like the Lepuria, like the Vitor, like the Delani, like the Trafigura, all those big major, And these are people who are even richer than NNPC. These are companies that are very powerful. And they say you want to stop bunkering. And these companies, they have what it takes to even do bunkering. Right on the nose of government. Now, and we wrote to government and said, look, in doing this, you are chasing waterfall. Every corrupt practices that has been perpetrated has been with the assistance of the help of civil servants. Now you want civil servants now to now be the one to be taking the crude to the refineries, take white product, and then how will that work out? So it will be wonderful if this forum, being a larger forum, can muzzle strength together if there's a need to pressurize government into doing what is right. Like when the anthem was read, Nigeria first. If truly it is Nigeria first, then I think this forum can use the strength, can use the connection, and lobby government and make them do that which is right for the country. Thank you very much. Any?
This, that's good.
That's only three.
Unfortunately, the moderator acknowledged it.
So how did I get your number now?
Thank you very much, sir. I want to start by commending you from that honesty point of view that our supposed leaders see only when they are out of office. And it is so painful that especially our youth generation are bearing the brunt across all sectors, education, employment, social services, and others. I want to start by saying that I'm a chartered accountant and a researcher. Modular refineries will cost between $10 to $20 million, depending between $10 to $20 million, depending on the refining capacity. As little as 5,000 barrels capacity can be erected. The other time, chairman of Association of Modular Refinery Operators in Nigeria, they have an association. They are already organized. They are waiting for the government to give them, a policy backup to go ahead. But when we continue to have concentration of business on single individuals like Dangote, such people will not be allowed, to take off. He reeled out all the benefits, like Mr. Ikeja has said, across geopolitical zones, even local government areas. I mean, it would spring up a lot of activities across the country, and those guys are even bringing in their money. They just want government backing, to tell them if policy framework to go about them. So across all sectors, we still go back to leadership. It's an IPO.